In the lecture KCL and KVL solved problems, I gave you this homework problem and few students were asking me to post the answer, and therefore I am going to solve this problem. And the main reason of solving this problem is to have more discussion on KVL. In this problem, we are required to find out the voltage across A, B. A is this point, and let's say potential at A is equal to VA, and B is this point, and let's say potential at B is equal to VB. And we know if this point is having potential VA, then this point will also have the same potential, that is VA, and this point will have the potential VB. And we know we apply KVL in a loop, and we know what is a path and what is a loop. Loop is a path in which the starting node and the ending node is same. So we can say that we apply KVL in a path having the same starting and ending nodes. For example, we may start from this particular node and apply KVL in this way and then move back to this node. So we will say we applied KVL in a loop. Now what if the starting and ending nodes are different? For example, we apply KVL starting from this node, but we end at this node. So here the two nodes are different. So we will say we applied KVL in a path in which starting and ending nodes are not same. Now we will move on to the solution, and in the solution we are required to apply KVL in the loop, that is we are required to apply KVL in a path having the same starting and ending nodes, and we are required to apply KVL in a path having different starting and ending nodes. Why? Because we are required to calculate the voltage across AB, and point A or node A is a different node as compared to node B. So we need to apply KVL in a path in which the starting and ending nodes are different. So first we will try to have the current in this circuit, and if you look closely you will find this node here is a simple node. It is a simple node because two elements are connected at this common point, and when two elements are connected we call the node simple node, and the node is known as principal node when more than two elements are connected. Now if we talk about this node here, then again two elements are connected, so this node is also a simple node. This node is also a simple node, and this node here is also a simple node. So we are having only simple nodes, and therefore current division will not take place, because current division takes place only at principal node. So in this circuit we are going to have the same current. Let's say current is I, so same current will flow in the circuit, and I have taken the direction of current as clockwise. You can take the direction as anti-clockwise as well. Now we will apply KVL starting from this node and ending at this node. This means we are going to apply KVL in a loop. We will have minus 6, then we have minus I multiplied to 1 ohm, that is minus I. Then we have minus 2I, after this we have plus 3 equal to 0. So this is our KVL equation, and we know the fact that in KVL equation only voltages are included. 6 is the potential difference or voltage. I is also the potential difference or voltage across this resistor. 2I is the potential difference. 3 is also the potential difference. So we have included only potential differences or voltages in the KVL equation. Now what if I want to include VA? VA is not a potential difference. It is the potential at this point. So if I want to include VA, then it is important to make it part of some potential difference. Let's say we are including the potential difference of the same point, that is VA minus VA, and we know potential difference of the same point is going to be 0. So VA minus VA will be 0. Now we will move forward and write down KVL equation as usual. So we have minus 6, then we have minus I, then we have minus 2I plus 3 equal to 0. Now I can add VA on both the sides. This will give me VA minus 6 minus 3I plus 3 equal to VA. Now look at this equation carefully. We started from this point, point A, having potential VA, so we write VA. Then we had 6 volt voltage source, and according to the polarity we have minus 6. Then we have minus I and then minus 2I, so we have minus 3I in total due to these two resistances. Then we have plus 3, and finally we came back to the same point having the potential VA, so we equated with VA. So we can write KVL like this also, starting from a point ending to the same point or a different point. The only thing we need to do is to include the potential of the starting point and then equate with the potential of the ending point. And when you cancel VA and VA, you are finally going to get the same equation. So we have minus 6 minus 3I plus 3 equal to 0. And when you solve this, you will get current I is equal to minus 1. So we have current I. Now our aim is to find out voltage across AB. That is, we want to find VA minus VB. So what we will do, we will start from point A and then we will end at point B. So we will write potential of point A, that is VA. Then we have minus 6. After this we have minus I due to this resistor. Then we will equate with VB because this is our ending point. Now from here we can say that VA minus VB is equal to 6 plus I is equal to minus 1. So we will have VA minus VB equal to 5 volts. This is the answer. And why? Only to apply KVL in this path. We can apply KVL in this path as well. So let's start from this point, VA, then we have minus 3. After this we have plus 2 times I, because direction of current is like this and we are moving in this direction. So we have the voltage drops polarity like this due to this direction of current, and moving in this direction we are facing the rise in potential. So we will write plus 2 times I equal to VB. And from this we can say that VA minus VB is equal to 3 minus 2 times I is equal to minus 1. So finally we are going to get VA minus VB equal to 5 volts, the same answer. So this particular method is very helpful while solving the questions. So I hope this point is clear to you, and if you have any question you may ask in the comment section. I will end this lecture here. See you in the next one.